Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, Funding Speaker Talking. Big smile on my face, as you can see from the thumbnail in the video. Up now about £1,200, so about 12%, and ironically the markets basically crashed last week. Every equity stock was down. Bitcoin went from 100,000 USD down to 80,000 USD, and yeah, it was a rough week actually until Friday. The portfolio was down a good bit. However, pulled it back on Friday, and this is the market home today, and I've sold off a lot of positions here that I'm just taking profit on. I'm going to explain what I've done on Friday, and it's obviously worked out really well, but I used leverage positions. That's how I've pulled it back a bit. I'll get on to that in a minute. Anyway, like, subscribe, all that nonsense. And yeah, currently in Ho Chi Mihn City, it's absolutely sweaty. You go out for a walk for about half an hour and you come back absolutely dripping. You can see behind me, I've drank so many bottles of water. Got currently a rehydration tablet and a water that I'll drink probably throughout the video. Anyway, let's get on to it. Let's just talk what the fund inspector's done last week and what he's planning to do this week. And let's talk investments, baby. As we can see here, £11,212, so up a good bit on last week. Now, if we actually look at last week, it wasn't the nicest ever, because I was actually down at one point. I was down £9,500, so I was down £500 on Friday, and that was, like I said, all equity, all crypto selling off last week. If I was to go into, your big names, your big hitters, your Microsofts, etc., look. Last week, if I'll go on that, it's sub 400 now over the past week. Press is probably going to say it was down. It was 3%. It clawed back a wee bit, but look over the month, 10%. All these names have been really bad. I'm sitting now for £4,000 cash because I literally just sold off like a lot of positions there, which I'm going to show you how I managed that. But if we talk through the current portfolio at the moment, Chubb, excellent performer so far, love it. Block, earnings weren't great. I've actually clawed back money on that because I'll show you in a minute because I've done a leverage long position on it. Coinbase as well, I bought more of that. It's recovered. Bitcoin's back up to about $91,000, and that was because Trump was tweeting about how he's going to use it as a reserve. They need crypto reserves in the US. So actually, in my little crypto portfolio, I've got Cardano. That went up about 80% the other day, so it was quite nice looking up. It's quite nice seeing that go up overnight because I actually bought more of that in my own portfolio, the crypto. So it's been good. And by the way, I'm leaving that for like 10 years. I'm not touching that. My crypto portfolio is very small. I'm not even showing it, because it's not really that much. Uber. So all the names have kind of been okay, but let's just get on to the main thing. What happened last week and how this has basically skyrocketed is how do I go to my sales? Sorry, 2 seconds. History maybe. Here we go. Right, yeah. So today, this is this morning. You can see here. I have sold off a lot of positions. And by the way, I sold them off here. That 1,800, I put 1,000 in it, and it was up like 80%. So I've longed 3x MicroStrategy, which is a company that holds like a lot of Bitcoin. So basically, come Friday when there was a crypto crash, I just decided that I really like the prices, and like it's worked out well over the weekend with Trump tweeting all this stuff. I was leveraging the position, so 1% would be 3%. Put £1,000 in that, and it's up about 20% or something like that, 25%. So that's actually 75%. So that was like £750. It was the same with Coinbase. I think I only put maybe like 600 into that, and it's now at like £1,000 essentially. So that made me 400 again on the leverage. Tesla actually didn't make any money in that. I had £1,000 in that, and that's basically, it was down about 10 or 15%, and it's clawed back to 1,000. It's flat. That's a 0%er, but I've sold off because I don't actually like using leverage that much. I'll only use it when I actually see opportunity, and it was the same with Square. I only put a really small amount into that, like maybe 200 quid in that, maybe 40. I really don't like sitting sit in the portfolio in these leverage positions for long, especially when there was such a pump in the crypto market there to bring this up. So I just thought, yeah, take profits, quite nice, 1100, 200, 1200 up, and then obviously the next thing I need to do is look at the next buying opportunity. So I'm going to not sit in the £4,000 in cash. I'm going to reinvest that into something that I think is undervalued and can produce returns. Or I've not actually done a short position yet. I'm trying not to do short positions because I want to try and master just a long equity portfolio, because that's obviously what the MSCI World and IA Global etc. would be doing. So if I outperform them, people are going to say, oh well, you were using stuff that we can't use. Yeah, they can't use leverage positions, I suppose, but so be it. I'm just trying to enhance my return here. Maybe I should be looking at hedge funds instead of market indices. Okay, right. So when's it? The next question is, well, what's the next buys? And the honest answer is I don't know. I've not actually looked at the market this morning. Because I've been out and about Ho Chi Mihn City. I just came in and I looked at this, so I thought I'd do a video on it. The 4,000, I'm not putting it into crypto. I'm not putting it into Microsoft. I'm going to try and snuff out a little gem or two and get them into it, and that'll be in the portfolio next week. I don't even think I'm going to double down on anything, like increase positions. I don't actually think I will do it in any of these names. I'll probably just keep these weightings at the moment. So nothing really else to update on you guys. So I'm going to do a fund review this week. I'll get the video out, like, subscribe, etc. Charity challenge, like this profit's going is not actually going to me. It's going to a charity. So any questions, any comments, let me know. Any stocks you like, put in the comments section. And that's it. Keep talking investments, baby.